You're watching Shalom World News. I'm David Kerr from Lansing in Michigan, and these are your latest news headlines from around the world. 71% of all Americans want legal curbs on abortion. That's according to a new poll commissioned by the Knights of Columbus. The findings of the poll also suggest that 54% of all Americans are opposed to taxpayer-funded abortion, while 81% hold the belief that new pro-life laws can protect both a pregnant mother and her unborn child. The Supreme Knight of the Knights of Columbus, Patrick Kelly, says the new poll shows that the majority of Americans now reject the central tenets of the Roe v. Wade Supreme Court ruling of 1973, which legalised abortion across the United States. The Knights of Columbus poll surveyed just over 1,000 adults across the United States. It was conducted between January the 4th and 9th and was carried out by Marist Poll, which is operated by the Marist Institute for Public Opinion. A stampede at a Protestant prayer rally in the West African country of Liberia has left at least 29 people dead, including children. The religious gathering was held this week on a football pitch in the outskirts of Liberia's capital city, Monrovia. According to local media, the stampede occurred on Wednesday night or in the early hours of Thursday morning. The prayer rally, which spanned both days, was being led by the popular local preacher Abraham Croma. It's been suggested that robbers wielding knives and machetes attacked those attending the rally, which in turn triggered a stampede. Local police are warning that the death toll may rise in the days to come. The leaders of the Armenian community in the United States are urging President Biden's administration to stop supplying military aid to Azerbaijan until it stops targeting the Armenian Christian community in the disputed territory of Nagorno-Karabakh. Nagorno-Karabakh is part of Azerbaijan in the southern Caucasus. Although 3/4 of its population is Armenian, most of the disputed territory has been governed as an Armenian-backed self-styled Republic of Artsakh since Armenia's victory in the First Nagorno-Karabakh War with Azerbaijan, which concluded in 1994 after 6 years of conflict. 2 years ago, however, that conflict erupted again with Azerbaijan, this time regaining large parts of Nagorno-Karabakh. Since then, say Armenian leaders in the United States, the majority Christian Armenian community is facing persecution at the hands of the majority Muslim Azerbaijanis. The United States has long-standing legislation passed in 1992 restricting the ability of the US to aid the government of Azerbaijan. However, US Secretary of State Antony Blinken waived that legislation last April, hence the request now by Armenia's Christian leaders in the US for that decision to be reversed. Among those backing that plea is Bishop Michael Muradian, who is the Armenian Catholic Eparchy of Our Lady of Nareg in the US and Canada. The new Republican governor of Virginia has appointed a policy expert from a conservative think tank as his new director of diversity, equity and inclusion. Governor Glenn Youngkin, who was elected last November, appointed 53-year-old Angela Saylor to the post on Wednesday. At the same time, the governor also issued an executive order to refocus the state's diversity office, tasking Mrs. Saylor and her staff to work on economic opportunity, cooperation among different religious groups, promoting free speech and civil discourse at colleges and universities, and ensuring that the state's history curriculum in schools is, quote, honest, objective and complete. According to the order, Mrs. Saylor will also work on, quote, eliminating disparities in prenatal care and be an ambassador for the unborn child. The United States has a new ambassador to the Holy See. He's the former Indiana Senator Joe Donnelly. Mr. Donnelly was nominated by President Joe Biden in October of last year and was confirmed in post this week. The 66-year-old is a graduate of Notre Dame University in Indiana. A member of the Democratic Party, he represented the South Bend area of Indiana in the US House of Representatives from 2007 to 2013 before being elected to the US Senate to represent Indiana. He only served one term in Senate, however, going down to electoral defeat to his Republican rival in the elections of 2018. Joe Donnelly has been married to his wife Jill since 1979. They have 2 children. Pope Francis has declared a new doctor of the Church. He is St. Irenaeus, the 2nd century Bishop of Lyon in France, who defended the Catholic faith against the heresy of Gnosticism. The decree announcing the new doctor was released on Friday, with Pope Francis naming St. Irenaeus as the Doctor of Unity, given that he is often viewed as a theological bridge between the Eastern and Western Church. A Doctor of the Church is a title given by the Church to saints recognised as having made a significant contribution to theology or doctrine through their research, study or writing. Presently there are 37 Doctors of the Church, including now St. Irenaeus. Finally, the Irish government has added a new public holiday to their national calendar to honour the country's patroness, St. Bridget of Kildare. The 5th century abbess, who is one of the country's 3 patron saints, along with St. Patrick and St. Columba, founded several monasteries of nuns. Her feast day on February the 1st will now become a new public holiday. Many Irish people already mark that day as the traditional first day of spring. The campaign to add the feast day to the nation's civil calendar was backed by Bishop Denis Nulty of Kildare and Leyland, where St. Bridget founded her largest monastic settlement. St. Bridget, pray for us. That's your latest headlines for now. Do join us for more tomorrow. You can also visit us at swnews.org for news updates. Shalom.